Hi, this is Tom Manos from Concursive Corporation. This is the first in what will be 3 videos on Concourse Connect's administrative capabilities. This first one will be on user management. The second one will be on user permissions and profiles, and the third one will be on group management. These will all be short videos that can be backed up by extensive documentation and training materials. First, a little housekeeping. Generally speaking, there are 3 kinds of Concourse Connect sites. The first one is an open site. That's normal for an extranet or a website or an open social network. The second one might be called a semi-private site, where a user can find it on the web and ask to get registered on the site, but otherwise not see any content. Then an admin would have to approve the user's registration. The third one is a closed site where there's no registration options at all, and the only way you can get into the site other than to see the opening splash page is by invitation, and an admin would have to invite you, or someone who has been granted that privilege would have to invite you in. So with that, let's go to the administrative functions of the system. So this user that I'm on is me, and I am an admin. So I'm going to go to the admin area, and let's have a look at some of the things we can do with users. So the first thing we can do with users is we can filter by account enabled, whether they're registered, whether they're expired, if they have admin access, if they're a content author. But let's just do Manos. We're going to search for Manos, and there's, oops, I wonder what happened there. Oh, the first name Manos. Let's make the last name Manos. And we get a bunch of them. So let's just take a look at Tom Manos 2 in Chesapeake, Virginia. Now, when we look at this person in the admin section, we get a number of little tabs that can be used. The first is a banner that says this user is not allowed to log in. The second one is are the profiles this user is associated with, and the third one are the times that this person is logged in. It'll show them all. So let's have a look one more time at this user's details. It gives us his email address, which we can change. It tells us his username, which is his email address. It tells us whether his login is enabled. In this case, his login is not enabled because he hasn't finished the registration process. The account doesn't expire. And then below, there's the summary of accounts, and we're going to go through this really quickly with the modify command. So now we're modifying this user. So in this area, we can change his email address, which will change his login. We can put in an organization for him, but it's not required. We can automatically say the account is enabled and the user can log in. Of course, he won't know his password, but he can always ask for a new one, and it'll be emailed to his normal email address. We can set an account expiration if we have 6-month accounts or something like that. We can declare that this user is an administrator, which gives him admin privileges and shows him the admin menu. We can show that this user, if there's an attached management CRM, we can make him a manager of the CRM. We can have him allow to send non-users invitations to the system. On a closed system, that might be a no-no. We can allow the user to create projects in the system. Usually that's reserved. Project system is reserved for admins. And there are some other things that we can do. And we can also set a document limit for the document management system for this user. For sites that have just a small amount of disk space, that might be appropriate. So that's really it from the overall user management system. Much of the rest of the management for users is done in individual profiles. Concourse Connect is a very profile-centric system. So a user will have his own profile, much like you would have in Facebook. But a user also might be a member of a number of projects or groups or events or you name it. And each one of these different kinds of profiles have a different set of permissions. Those permissions will be the subject of the next video.